Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Amanda T here on Create Your Future. I'm so grateful you're here. I have a wonderful video for you today on affirmations. I'm trying so hard not to sneeze right now. Before I get into that, though, I'm going to start this video with a fantastic first-time client 12-hour turnaround success story. While I read her email, please go ahead and like, share, subscribe, and comment if you have any comments at the end of this video. And let's begin. It says, "Hi, Create Your Future. I really loved my session with Amanda T. She has a profound knowledge of LOA, explains everything with detail, and even found that I was mixing law of assumption with law of attraction, something I really didn't know I was doing. She is a beautiful and kind person. I truly believe that she was born to help others. She answered all of my questions, found blocks I didn't know I had, gave me so much love and joy, homework, and powerful affirmations. I ended our session with a feeling of calm and peace that I didn't have for a long time. I shifted instantly, and today I got a manifestation about something I didn't tell her, proving to me that what Amanda taught me is real. Please feel free to share this with your channel anonymously, especially with Amanda. I love her and definitely will be sharing more success soon." Such a great client, great session. I loved that she put me up to the test right away. It's fantastic. So without further ado, with our, I heard something, video on affirmations, I'm going to start with the one, I don't know where it began, robotic affirmations, and that 10,000 times a day to saturate the subconscious. I don't know about you, comment below, but I've never really forgotten the things I wanted. Like, they don't just fall out of my head. Conscious, subconscious, awake or not. So I don't really feel like that works. Again, let me know. Some people have had some, experience with it working. Oftentimes, though, it's just like a little clock, like the little second hand going, not necessarily the big bang that they want for how much they're affirming, how many hours a day, how many times do I have to say that, the amount of energy going into these like little squeaks of movement. That's why I'm not really a fan. If you're going to be affirming that much, I hope it's for the things you're grateful for the things you're excited about your life, for the things that bring you joy. Notice how I'm already talking happier and more elevated. So when do I robotically affirm? One example is going to be like a couple months ago, my father had a big scary seizure. My father's been battling some things for a little bit, and it was violent and it was big and it was very scary. Once he was at the hospital, once things were taken care of, the first thing I did, I sat down in my dining room chair, and I'm like kind of reliving the moment, but that's good because I really want to show you guys, like, I'm going to have a whole video on reacting and emotions and things, but I really use my emotions. I don't have to fight them to fuel how I affirm things. It's really great. It makes it natural. It makes it easy. And then I don't have to fight anything. So for example, like just remembering that, because I was actually filming, I could hear them screaming through this wall. I could hear my mother screaming. And so when it's all said and done, obviously, like, but I don't want to go down any dark holes. I don't want to see what I don't want to see. I am a creator. I have a responsibility to go this way, and I'm feeling anxious and I'm feeling afraid. So what do? I say, it looked a lot worse than what it was. That one felt good. That one was powerful. I repeated that and I repeated that, and I looked a lot worse than what it was. It looked a lot worse than what it was. People have seizures every single day. People have multiple seizures every single day, and they can come out and they are fine. This is a one-time thing. It'll be a medicine change. It looked a lot worse than what it was. He had his family there. He had support. He had immediate help and attention. It looked a lot worse than what it was until I felt better. It took about 15 minutes. I used the power of the moment, of those emotions, energy in motion, to push out. And I would get downloads and things. You don't always get downloads, but it made me feel better. I accepted that that was a real possibility, that that was going to happen. To me, it was done. It was done. And he walked out of the hospital, and it looked a lot worse than it was. And he has never had another seizure, and they changed his medication. The other way to robotically affirm, if you're feeling kind of anticipation anxiety or something like that, I imagine like Monica, way old reference, when she was trying to get her wedding dress on sale, and there's hundreds of people, you know, and they're all one in that one size, and they're coming up with plans. If I'm ever feeling like that, like there's this rare thing and I have to get it, I can't even think of like a real example anymore because you can get pretty much anything all the time. But I would say things like everybody else walks right past it. I walk right to it. It seems to be kind of hidden behind a bigger dress and everybody misses it. I'm the only one that actually fits that size. You know, I'm the only one with that sense of style. Everybody thinks it's all old and outdated and walks right past it. I will literally, if I want something bad enough, I'll make the people in the room not like, ugh, I don't care. I get what I want. Yay. So, you know, anything, you can really use it for anything, but I just like to use it when I'm already in sort of that state and want to push out my will. I'm much more of a law of attraction. I bring things in constantly. But if there's a need and that need is right now, notice I would never say need because you want a certain level of detachment and things with your affirmations. With robotic, I can't be willy-nilly about it because my emotions are driving it and it's fueling the power of what I'm saying. And in my experience, it's worked wonderful. So please try that out. Give it a shot as another method and let me know what you think. The next one is going to be a drop in the ocean. I'm sorry. I've made this video so many times. A drop in the ocean. So I like to do this a lot with anything that's probably really big that I want. It could be SP, it could be jobs, it could be houses, it could be money. When I need to feel detached, or when I like to show off for you guys, and I'll go through my phone and I'll pick someone at random and you'll see it in the community posts and I'll think of them. And now they're thinking of me. And now they're thinking about contacting me. Oh, I just thought about you out of the blue. I haven't thought about you in so long. That's it. And I drop it. This is my example for it. And I drop it for about a week, maybe longer. One time I was manifesting for something I totally forgot. It worked out really well. It was less than 30 days, but I dropped it for like 20 of them. Anyways, so, you know, just a touch. That's all it really takes. Again, with the robotic affirming, with the subconscious and trying to squeeze it, I don't think I've ever forgotten what I wanted. It just takes a gentle touch. I can say something once. If it doesn't happen right away or needs a little bit of extra work, that's okay. I'm not doing anything wrong. I just do it again. I just drop it. I drop it in the ocean, the big, wide, vast ocean of the universe. And all I need is that little drop. And I have the community post. I have the text messages to prove that, yeah, I'm thinking of you. I'm reaching out to you. It's all it takes. You don't have to completely have things consume you. Any affirmation, anything you want. So for another example, I should be wearing it in this video and I'm not. I had a diamond ring that I bought a long time ago. I still have it. And I took it off at a relative's house. Now that seems really stupid, but this relative's house has not changed since they like moved in and decorated it 30 years ago. In fact, the people who did that are, never mind. It is a time capsule. It is a true time capsule. So I take off the ring, I set it down, and it just disappears. And this was about 6 months of people telling me the ring is gone. It's going to be gone. You're never going to get it. It's probably been stolen. It could have been, I mean, it could be anywhere, right? And I'm holding on to this belief that no, I'm a creator. No, I can shift anything. I don't care if someone walked out with it in their pocket. I don't believe that. I believe that ring is there. I believe that they'll come back with it, as ludicrous as that sounds, because I want it back and I will not take no for an answer. Now, did I hound my brain? Did I completely become all consumed with this thing? No, it's a thing. It's a thing. It doesn't need that much of my time. But I started to get a little frustrated, and I would say, okay, universe, I don't care how, but you're going to have my ring show up. And that took about 6 months, and it was about once a week, because at this point I was getting frustrated. I was seeing no movement, and I really couldn't figure out what was going on with this ring. So one day I'm saying, okay, universe, I don't care how it shows up, but you're going to have it show up. And I get this download of my cousin. I see this image of my cousin who lives in Arizona. And I'm like, okay, she's going to find it. I wonder if I asked her if she's going to be visiting soon or something like that. Or somehow, I wish I remembered the clear details, but I went over to that house sporadically, and she was there. She was visiting. I had no idea that she had come into town. And so I hang out, I visit for a while with the family. And as I leave, I say, hey, you know what? I lost a ring here. I describe it. Let me know if you find it. All like 3 other people in the room are like, oh, oy vey, Amanda, with the ring. You're not going to get it back. My dogs are starting to bark all around the house, so I apologize. You're not going to get it back. It's gone. It's been like 6 months. Hasn't it been like 6 months? And I'm like, you know what? It doesn't hurt to say anything. It didn't hurt for me to say anything. Say what you like. I get to say what I like. And I say, hey, if you see it, I want it back. That's me taking action. That's me showing the universe that I absolutely will not take no for an answer. I don't care who's around me saying squat. Within minutes, I'm going to go look for the text message. I hope I still have it, but within, it was like 12 minutes or something like that. She had sent me a text and she had said, I found your ring. And she has a picture of it. I love stuff like that. It feels so good. Okay, so that's my drop in the ocean method. Another thing from reading my notes is like my daily affirmations. Now, my daily affirmations are not necessarily about like the people in my immediate life. They're not necessarily about SP or my work or things. Some of them are more goal affirmations. But how can I make my 3D easier and better and smooth out rough edges, right? Well, how about everybody is always dropping everything to help me? Everybody always gets me what I need. Everybody stops everything they're doing to make sure that I am successful. And when I say everybody, I mean, I don't know if you remember my past video with Amanda M, where I manifested our new puppy. I mean airports. I mean airlines. I mean the people at the airport specifically, because a memory is coming to mind, where my turnaround was so close. They had literally, like in the computer, locked me out. So I go to a person. This person's going to stop everything to get me what I need. It's a belief I have. I'm a nice person. I'm not going to go all Karen on her about my flight. I'm not going to do anything. I booked it close. Things happened. I'm not going to get upset. I created my reality. And in my reality, everyone is me pushed out. They are going to help me. Do on her little iPad thingy, couldn't get it. She goes to someone else. I just doubled down. I'm not getting upset. That person dropped everything they were doing to get me the help I needed, which was actually this person. This person was able to go on her little thingy, and I was able to get on my flight. So it's not over until it's over. You know, I don't ever give up on stuff like that. Another good example is when I didn't want to call the doctors. I didn't want to call for refills. I didn't feel like it. So I said, okay, universe, I need refills. Someone's going to do something. Someone's going to drop whatever they're doing to make sure I get what I need. I get this call a few minutes later from the doctor's office. I wish I could have like recorded it. Like I wish I would have. Don't call me for like lottery numbers or anything. I'm not imaginable. But I mean, I wish I would have known that that was about to happen, even though I know stuff like that happens. Anyways, but I wish it would have been recorded, because she's like, this is the weirdest thing. I think she worked in billing. She goes, I don't know what was happening. I just felt like stopping whatever I was doing and making some calls. She's coincidentally like on my file or looked me up first. I was her first call. That's not her job. The universe made a way. You don't have to have faith. There's a lot of times where I do other things, scripting. Those would be in other videos if, you feel like you're blocked or this or that. But knowing that you're powerful, knowing that your affirmations create, knowing that your word is your wand, I have a great sense of empowerment from that. It takes away fear. So I know when I go to someone for help, they will help me. My life will be easier. I can get the hotel rate I want at the low, low price. That was one last year. I had just manifested hotel rates and then they went back up because I was like, oh, I manifested the lower rates. I'll just pay for them whenever. Then they went back up and I had to put them back down again. Easy enough. Did it with the airline rates. The other thing I want you to know is when you're affirming for something, try to lessen the control. All of what I just kind of said was about trusting the universe, right? And allowing it to bring it to you. So for example, I was affirming every once in a while that I wanted something to help. Again, I wanted to help him and I didn't know how to help him. How can I help him? Give me something to, I don't care what it is. If it makes him feel better, if it gets him healthier, just, let me help somehow. I didn't say, well, this is the only help I can provide, or he really needs or wants this, or I'm going to make sure this happens at this date and time with XYZ. No, I said, okay, universe. And then this was in an earlier video, but to reiterate, so I said, I wanted to go to this grocery store, but I kept on feeling go to this grocery store. Intuition kept telling me to go there. And I thought, well, last time they didn't have everything I wanted. I want to go to this grocery store. And it said, no, you have to go to this one. You know who you are. You listen to things in your head. And I said, all right, you're right. So I go to the grocery store and I'm in like the ice cream aisle and I run into this man who lives down the street, who's lived in this area his whole life. And we get to talking about business and things. And he has this machine and he gives it to me. It's like a $10,000 machine. He hooks it up in the house. He sets it up because I didn't limit the possibilities, but because I didn't have to control how things happened. Not only did I get a great affirmation, not only did I get a great thing, not only did I, make a friend for life, law of attraction, it came to me. Well, actually, I guess I went to it because I went to the store, but I didn't have to envision it over and over. I didn't have to say, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. Let me help them. Universe, show me the way. Give me the tools. You know more. Feeling so good right here. Another thing, so like with SP, and I've said this in a previous video, I'm going over this one again because it's just allow your manifestations to show up, allow your affirmations to show up, allow the universe to bring them to you. I said, I want to go to Taco Bell because I always want to go there. And there's two in between my house. One is closer and I was going to go home. I was done running errands for that day. Earlier the day, I had said, universe, if this is really my person, if this is really the person you want me to be with that you chose, I have a whole SB story video coming out. That's fabulous. Give me a sign. Tell me where to go. And it said, go to this Taco Bell. Okay. And I go there and there's SP. And it was wonderful. And I reached out to him later. I messaged him first, actually. He gave me his number, but I messaged him first. I love taking action because I had faith. The universe showed me, yeah, we're not messing with you or anything. Nothing's changed. You're still on this timeline, still on this path. Go for it. Go get it, kitten. Ooh, I'm feeling all excited. Anywho, let's see. The only other note I have here on this is just, make sure your words count. Make sure that they do feel real sometimes. They don't always have to feel real, especially if you have a limiting belief. It's good. Then you do kind of want to saturate your subconscious if there's a limiting belief there to clear that block. That's what coaching is for. But also make it really personal. It's not just I am loved, I am cherished, I am a priority. They tell me I'm their priority. They tell me they adore me. They show up. They buy me gifts. They say, I'm so excited to see you. They use those words of affirmation. They're protective of me. When I'm working with this with my clients, after we've talked a little bit about their situation, if it's an SP situation, I really love using the pieces of their story, the pieces of their circumstance to make the most personal affirmations, because only you and that person have that bond. Only you and that person have shared those words together in your life, have been that open, have been that vulnerable. If you've gotten that far, can share those moments. And those are great building blocks. That's a wonderful way to affirm, by using the moments that you two have shared together. And I have a great video on that where I'm actually going to try and show you in real time how I do it. It's a fantastic shifting video. And I hope you have, I think I'm done with all my notes. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you. Goodbye.